Welcome to Black Love Matters, with a service of therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or finding Iron and Brock and Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Who is you?
I'm Neil,
And I'm Nyams.
and this is episode 361. Hey y'all.
Yeah.
Full circling it down that half turn. Be sure to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with okay. What's going on, baby?
Child, not much, y'all. Like, literally just hanging in there. First and foremost, we're jumpstarting the holiday season. Happy Hanukkah. Shout out to all the Jewish folks. I think tonight they start lighting the first. It's called the menorah.
Yeah.
I know it's today you light the first candle on the menorah and you have some family dinners, and if your family choose to celebrate, y'all go ahead and exchange a gift. But you know how we roll. We acknowledge all the holidays. We're going to start with Hanukkah, then we're going to ease on to Christmas, then we're going to ease on into Kwanzaa. Mm-hmm. And yes, y'all should get excited for Kwanzaa because we're going to be team too much as always. Anyway, I'm getting a little excited. I have a few days off. So I'm having, today I'm off, and Friday, just kind of a long weekend. And then I got next week at work. I got a couple more weeks of work, then I'm going to be off. I'm actually going to work Christmas week, and then the week after I'm going to take off. So I'm just mentally preparing for that. Low key, everybody I work with has started the countdown. Mm-hmm. I don't go into one meeting and they be like, is it time for break yet? Are we getting up out of here? So I got the energy that everyone's ready to pause for the new year. But y'all, ain't that much. I don't think gonna change. Like, do you think it's gonna be a whole new world in January now?
No,
what?
Not at all.
I mean, I guess the thing is we can be rested and be equipped to move forward. And honestly, no, it should be some wins. Like I said, we doing Hanukkah, we going to Christmas, then we have Kwanzaa, then we got the New Year. Then after that, we got MLK birthday. Then after that, we got the inauguration. So there's some wins. Then after that, we ease right into Valentine's Day and Black Love Day. And then Black History Month. Before we know it, it's going to be a March. It's going to be a March. Then it's going to be a full year since this shit began. Lord, how we going to do it?
I don't know.
But yeah, I'm taking a few days off. I'm getting excited about that. Also, yeah, I think I'm definitely taking the jump. I think I'm gonna get Sister Lots. Well, everything's shut down. Woo! But so I probably won't get them installed until like late January, early February, depending on when outside opens again. But I think I'm gonna make the step forward. Like I had before all the lockdown and stuff happened, I had a consultation and it was interesting, and I think I'm gonna just go for it. I think I just want to change for next year. So I'm super excited to go on that journey. Mm-hmm. But other than that, I don't got nothing else. Like just work. Work is getting to the point where people getting brand new. I had someone who tried me and wanted me to do their job a few days ago. And I'm partial to brown people. So, I give them a little more grace than I might give other folks of not knowing. But everybody who's a program manager out there, I don't know, maybe I should share this with the folks. As a program manager, wouldn't you just aren't program managers trained to translate raw information to digestible timelines and pieces? Mm-hmm. Or am I wrong?
I think so.
Child, when I was working with one program manager, they asked me everything from, of course, like how much did I spend on that good stuff? I don't mind including that. But then it was like, well, how much you want next year and what this look like? I was like, so what's your job? If I get all the prices, see how much we've spent, see what the estimate was this year, see where we're at, say how much I want for next year, include assumptions, highlights, and deep dive information, and I put that all together in a presentation, what's your job? I don't need you, because I can then go have a conversation with finance. So am I wrong for that? Am I misunderstanding the relationship?
No.
And it was one of those things where, we so close to the end of the year and I'm so close to vacation. I don't got time to be petty and just walk away because my team need this money. Mm-hmm. But I was just at a moment to be like, nigga, please. Like, I felt like I was Method Man to Lorenz Tate. When he was, y'all remember Power before it went on the break. And who was it? who was it? Method Man was interrogating Lorenz Tate, and Lorenz Tate was giving some real corporate-y, real PC,
Right.
real phony type answers. And Method Man was like, I see you. And then when Lorenz Tate walked away, Method Man grabbed him and was like, nigga, please. What do you say? You a liar. What?
Nigga, you a lie.
And that's how I feel like I want to do that to our program manager. Nigga, please, don't you ever try me like this again. But am I wrong? My other cubicle warriors out there, I've done a little program manager, but I'm not formally trained. Like, I'm not Six Sigma. Ain't that what y'all get trained in?
Yeah.
Six Sigma,
Scrum
Black
and
Belt,
shit.
Scrum. I'm not formally trained in, and I know the framework, but I'm not formally trained. Is that how you supposed to do it? Did this nigga try to got me?
I think he did.
He must don't know. I got my fucking eye on his ass. It won't ever happen again.
It won't ever happen
It
again?
won't ever happen again.
Ever?
Ever. What Cardi B? Ever. Okay? Because you know how you get to typing stuff. I'm like, why am I having trouble with this? I was like, because this ain't my fucking job.
Did you engage your core?
Engage your core, Nyambi. I was like, why does it feel hard for me? Like, honestly, I want to go back to the old school cool day with the program manager, set up a meeting with you, and you literally just talk. And they write notes. And you share raw stuff. And then they come back and be like, this is what I interpret that you said. And this is what I'm going with. What do you think? Child. Or if program managers ain't doing no work, let me know. So I can go get Six Sigma, Black Belt, Phi Beta Sigma train. And then come on back in here and do some work.
Did you say Phi Beta Sigma train?
Whatever it is. Well, ain't that what they got trained? That's what I said. Did you cross? You got to cross to be a program manager. Shout out to all the new Sigmas who've crossed. Nero? What? Did we talk about that?
What?
Never mind. We shouldn't. Go ahead. It's your update. If you talk about it, it's your update.
Oh, you talking about my nephew?
Okay, now you're really giving names. You could have said allegedly and a close friend. You worse than that program manager.
Look,
Come on.
shout out to him.
Yeah.
What's going on with me? Yo, the world is trying to get me. Trying to get me.
What happened?
And so last night, I didn't walk, took Mabel for her night walk before she go to bed. We winded down for the night. Both Nyambi and I are working. I'm working on my book proposal, and some,
late last night.
and some other things. And then Nyambi working on her work stuff. So I take out Mabel, and then I come back to the desk after I get done washing Mabel and things of that sort.
Because Mabel get her ass washed every time she crosses this boundary.
And so I'm sitting there and I'm like typing on my computer and I feel something crawling in my face.
Oh my God.
And it's like, at first I was like, I don't know what it is because it's like very faint and light. So I try to wipe it. And then I thought I wiped it because I thought it was like a piece of lint. And the crawling kept happening again. I tried to wipe it again. The crawling got faster. It got faster and faster. And next thing you know, the motherfucker was in my eye.
Jesus. Who was it, Nero?
It was a fucking ant.
Oh my God.
A fucking ant crawled in my eye.
Nero make it sound like it was a giant ant. Are you sure it was an ant?
Yes.
Are you sure it wasn't like a net?
No, that was a fucking ant.
We got a lot of fruit. Are you sure it wasn't a net? Are you sure it wasn't no lint, Nero?
No.
Or no?
I showed it to you.
I know, but you worked out that day. You know how if the salt mixed with the dirt?
I showed it to you on my finger where I got that
I
motherfucker
don't know where you got
out.
it from.
My eye.
I ain't never heard of that.
And I'm over
It
here
make my skin
yelling.
crawl.
I'm yelling, something in my eye. Something. And then, the motherfucking ant is crawling all in my eye and my eyelid. So I can't even talk no more. Nyambi, what's going on? What's going on
Me
now?
and Mabel come running in. First tell what Mabel was doing.
Mabel started licking my ankle.
What you said? She said something's wrong here.
Something wrong, Papa?
Something wrong. What is wrong? I can't help you.
I can't help you.
And then here I come. I said, what? Because I'm trying to in there read my evening book. Read my folklores.
That motherfucker got in my eye. Then here comes Nyambi squirting water. You
Then I
just
was
gonna
like,
get
get in the
wet.
sink. Get in the sink.
You
Get in
just
the
gonna
sink.
get wet.
I was like,
now.
you gotta flush your eyes.
You
gotta
just
flush
gonna get wet.
Which,
I was like, this shit
Niram
not
was like
helping.
too strong. I was like, Niram, you gotta flush your eyes. If it's something in your eye, bug, lint, dust, it doesn't matter. You have to flush your eyes.
This motherfucking ant was just all up in my eyelid. I'm just getting wet. Nyambi squirting water all
Niram,
up my
you probably
nose and
closed
shit.
your eyes. I was like, open your eyes. It's water not gonna hurt you.
So then 20 minutes later, because Nyambi, she's like, I'm like, it's still in there. I was like, it's not moving, but like I can feel it. It's like a grain of sand or something in my eye.
Yeah.
So I had to play around with my eye for the next 30 minutes to get the shit to fall on out.
The water. That's just if you make your eyes
It was a
water.
motherfucking ant.
Where did it come from?
I don't know. I just know the motherfucker was on my face.
Oh my
and then as I was trying to wipe it off my face, that motherfucker crawled in my eye.
And how you do all that? You was moving too slow. The whole ant got there. Then after that, I came in and dust and vacuumed our whole office. I said, "What's going on in here?" I said, "Whoa!" I said, "Mabel, get up out of here." I said, "Whoa," because me and Mabel, it made me itch. I said, "What's going on in here?" I said, "Is there something happening?" I said, "Did you got some food in here? What's going on?"
So that was my day.
You often don't see one ant. They rolling like the Bloods and Crips.
Well, I figured because I was outside. I don't know, but that motherfucker.
Yeah, you probably got to like when you walked under a tree or something.
That motherfucker crawled in my face.
Yeah, because that nigga, he ain't no house ant.
In my fucking eye.
You know, house ants ain't that disrespectful.
Jesus.
House ants know their place. That was an outdoor ant.
My eye's still red. I might have to go to the optometrist.
What's it called?
The optometrist.
I mean, you could just get some eye drops.
And tell her.
Because I told him, I was like, I think you rubbing on it would naturally come out. But I think he was rubbing on it.
Not how that motherfucker was crawling up in there.
Near him.
Ooh, that motherfucker was just crawling.
What's that horror movie? Near him, type in Bug. There's a horror movie called Bug where I don't remember if it was, yeah, there it is. Like, I don't know if it was real or fake, where like people imagine like bugs was crawling on them and like in their body. And it was one scene like when the one crawled like out of their eye and their ear and their mouth. But I don't remember if it was a real thing.
Well, this was a real fucking ant.
That's
that
what
motherfucker was crawling in my eye as my eye was closed, and Nyami squirting me with the water in my nose. That ain't helping. What's going on? They done got oh my God!
And y'all know I don't play with insects, so it's a wrap. So I had to disinfect, wipe down, vacuum, all of this in this.
And then Nyami, what happened?
Yeah.
And I said that motherfucker crawled in my eye. How? And I said, let me show you.
No God. No God.
Let me show you, baby. It's just on a little corner, and you try to wipe it. Try to wipe.
No.
And you missed the wipe. That motherfucker went.
You had your one shot.
That motherfucker got in my eye.
Because he was attacking you.
Shit.
He was fighting back. What would you do if someone tried to got you? Wouldn't you slap him back?
Yo. Oh.
Mabel was a good dog, though. Mm-hmm. Mabel tried to save you because I was surely a few steps behind Mabel.
So that's going on. What else is going on? Book proposals going good. Talked to my literary agent. She was like, if you can get it to me somewhere, she said, I want to start sending it out in January. She said, not at the beginning of the new year. So she's like, maybe the second, the third week, you can get it to her. And we'll have that done. So book proposal will be done. That's exciting. It feels good. It's definitely a project. I've never did anything like this, like book proposal project, but like it's definitely something to like initially do.
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is that I learned so much doing it, and like how we gonna write this book proposal for the Black Love Matter story.
Oh my goodness! What story are we telling?
The kitchen. I think it's gonna be like Kitchen Table Talk, Nanny Chronicles, and Box Store Chronicles or something like that.
All in one book?
Yes.
Oh my God, that's mess. That's what that is. That's just mess. That's the name of that book. It should just be a hot mess. Lord, no. All right, now. Well, we'll rock with you. We'll see what happens.
So that's going pretty well. And then the other thing, I don't know if y'all seen this, but I went ahead and put my name in there. What? Hawaii has this this program called Movers and Shakers, where they'll pay for you to go to Hawaii and live.
What they gonna pay for? Just my flight?
Yeah, they pay for your flight.
That ain't that much, is it?
They pay for your flight, and you get.
Like, I don't need a visa to live in Hawaii. Like, as an American citizen, I can live there, right?
They pay for your flight, and you get special discounts on like hotels and shit.
Oh,
like
okay.
The 5-star hotels and things of that sort.
Oh, okay, because they already a decent discount, and then you layer it on top of that.
Yeah.
And then you by just living there, getting food.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I imagine that they have took a hit. Because Hawaii, like, it's not heavily populated. It's just a lot of people there because of the travel. You're right.
So
Interesting.
I applied. The other thing is that you have to like not work for a charity, but like give back in some way.
Oh, like community service?
Yeah, some type of community service.
Okay, yeah, that's not a horrible thing.
So I went ahead and put our name down.
Oh, when they gonna let us? How long you can live there? Or what?
They say you can live there as long as like a year.
But the thing, it's not long as a year. Like I can, as an American citizen, I can go to every state. Donald Trump.
I know.
So they just trying to get people.
They're just trying to get you over there. So they say you can work with Girl Scouts of Hawaii,
No.
the Chamber of Commerce,
Maybe.
Hawaii Literacy. I don't know what the
KUP. I don't know.
Yeah,
Mana
Up,
Blue Startups.
Blue Startups, and things of that sort.
Cool. All right. Well, we'll stay tuned if we're gonna be
So we might be
On
Black
the
Lives
island.
Matters in Hawaii.
Island Edition.
So even if we don't get a go, I think once our lease is up, we should go ahead and just find an Airbnb.
Oh, now you're on board.
Yes.
Oh no! Before Niram was not on board.
Well, now I am.
I was like, Niram, let's just live by the water. Like, let's do like a beach, like a 1-bedroom. Nah, I need space.
I do. But if the beach is outside, that's all the space I need.
Okay.
They gotta learn how to surf.
What'd you say?
Yeah, I finally get the look. I
You
finally get
barely
stand up.
paddleboarding.
That's what I'm saying. I finally get a stand up paddleboard coach.
What's wrong with you?
I'm slow.
What
You want to hop into some pillow talk?
Yeah, let's get into pillow talk. First, I want to talk about this corona vaccine. I hear niggas is getting scared. I hear they is getting a little nervous. Well, first, I think that the stats came out that says 50% of America don't want to take the vaccine. And then I think right around that same point, if not higher, believe it won't even be effective, which is terrifying. I feel horrible for the NIH, Fauci and all them, because they trying to put in this work and you niggas not having it. And I see where folks are coming from. And I just want us to have like more of a broader conversation about like this vaccine, y'all taking it, you're not taking it, your fears, your hopes, your dreams. But with Fauci, he tried us just a little bit. He's still Uncle Fauci, so he gets a pass in my book because I think this is harmless, but I see what he was trying to do. Shout out to Kizzy. Shout out to Kizzy. Mm-hmm. Y'all remember Kizzy?
Stay home.
It's Kizmika Corbett. She is one of the lead scientists who helped create this vaccination, and Fauci made it clear. I wish I had a clip. It was like, my black brothers and sisters and cousins, I know that there is a long history of distrust with the medical field, but please take this vaccine. Know that we're keeping you in mind. We got Kizzy and them on the front line doing this. Kizzy did it.
Not Kunta Kinte.
As soon as he said that, I was like, I don't give a fuck if Toby created it. Listen, okay? Listen. No disrespect to Kizzy. I know she is brilliant. I know sis is on top of it. But Fauci, just because you got some Negroes in there don't mean that that's the way to convince other Negroes to do it.
Ooh, my eye itching.
It's just, Jesus. It's just like the companies who be having these chief diversity officers to be like, we love blacks and people of color and underrepresented groups. See, we got one of y'all up here. Mm-hmm. It don't work like that, Fauci, but I see where he was going, and I do love the look for Kizzy. Honestly, as soon as I seen her name was Kizmika Corbett, I was like, oh, she's civil rights black. Like it did bring me a little bit of joy. Mm-hmm. But what's your thought on it, Niram? You taking this vaccination? You worried? You're nervous? What's going on? What's your view?
I would like to wait until like V3 come out.
What?
You know,
What you mean?
like version 3. Like I don't want to be on the version 1. I don't want to be on
I don't think we make the cut for that.
1.0.
I don't think we make the cut.
1.2 or like 2.0. Like I'll be happy around like V3.
Is that a time frame on that, Niram? Or what is?
I don't know if I'm in Hawaii. We ain't getting no cases.
Well, the way Hawaii invite niggas is about to be a petri dish. Because all it takes is one.
Hey.
I don't know. Like, first of all, am I going to take the vaccination? The answer is yes. I do think I'm going to take the vaccination. I absolutely see why people are hesitant to take the vaccination, especially us folks of color. There's a historical record that is unflattering when it comes to folks of color, going all the way back to slavery, all the way up to the 1950s, 60s, 70s. I will argue now with black women having the highest mortality rate when it comes to giving childbirth. So the trust is not there, nor has the medical field did anything to build that trust back. Also, what gets a couple red flags for me too is I heard an argument that people were saying like, when have they ever like rushed to give us anything? Like, because Fauci, they're saying these things, and Joe Biden, like, we want to help underserved communities or populations that's been hit the hardest, and traditionally that is either poor populations or Black populations or brown population or immigrant populations, right? So they're doing that. So I think we're at this weird junction in our history where we have white people who are trying to do the right thing, but then their ancestors have done so much harm that we got to be wary of what's going on. But what I would say is, do I plan on taking the vaccination? Yes. I'm with Niram. I don't know if I want to be with that first round. I think I'm going to wait as long as possible to take it. But this might be an unpopular opinion. I'm not worried about taking a vaccine because I think they're trying to genocide Black people. I do not think they're trying to genocide Black people. I do not think this is like parallel to the Tuskegee stuff. Like, I can see how people are drawing those connections, but I don't think that's what this is, because it's the broader United States. Like, this, not even the United States, right? This is a global pandemic that they're trying to hush down. So that's not something that's bringing me to pause. What's bringing me to pause is that they do not know the long-term effects of this vaccination. They know what the short-term effects are, meaning what? Anywhere between 1 day to what we at 3 to 6 months.
Right.
But we do not know what happens after that year plus, 5 year plus, 10 year plus, 20 year plus. And I think as a younger, air quote, woman who got a lot of life to live, that makes me nervous. And also as a young Black woman who would like to have children, not knowing the impact it could have on children, right? Unborn children. Like, we don't know. And not even being pregnant, right? But is there something in that DNA or in that vaccine that does something to my DNA that then will have a longitudinal impact on like embryo in vitro? Like, that's what I'm more hesitant about, is just not knowing the long term. That's why they having the older people to do it, because look, no shade, no tea. What's the man in Texas? They don't got long for this. You give it to a 90-year-old, what, good year, they got 5? I mean, bad time 5, good time maybe another 10. Like, you just won't see it, right? But as you get younger and younger, you got more years for that to mutate, change, right? And we don't even know if this is something that is good for a year, then it's out your system, or is a repeat. Like, I think that's what's bringing me to pause a little bit, and I'm a little more nervous about it. And then also, low key, I trust scientists. I believe in science, but scientists are also just humans, and humans make mistakes, and they just guessing. They have a strong framework and scientific method to take as much, variable out. But there is always room for variable, right? Like, it's all, and I think that's what I'm more nervous about. And I would love us to have more of those conversations on the long-term and short-term implications on our body. But I don't see this as a genocide towards Black people. Like, I don't see this, that just don't read that for me on this. And then let's lighten this up a little. And then, also, niggas, y'all be eating ham hocks and Fruit Loops. Like, do y'all know what's in that? Like, we eat ham hocks, Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, Hot Cheetos, Hostess Twink, like cow milk that done been fed hormones and pesticides. Half of that ain't got approved. And then I'm coming for y'all natural people. The stuff y'all be growing in y'all backyard that ain't been. You don't know what's in your dirt. After y'all living on what's it called? What do you throw the trash at?
A landfill.
Yeah. Growing your food in the landfill.
I can't with you.
I'm just saying, if we put shit in context. I don't know though. Like, but yes, I want to take it. Do I want to rush it? No. I think my concerns are slightly different. I want more information on the long-term effects, but they can't give it to me. They ain't gonna be able to get that to me to 20 years.
Exactly.
So they do the review. You know how and that's the other thing. In like 10, 15 years, NIH gonna come up with this little quiet ass white paper. They're talking about the long-term. This is how they gonna whisper. The long-term effects of the COVID vaccine. Don't tell the niggas though. Don't tell America. It's just, what you think? What's your thoughts?
I think so too. Like, I think that's the thing I'm more skeptical about. Yeah. Like, am I worried about like syphilis blankets and shit like that? Nah. Yeah. I think just by going through enough
or tracking. You know, some people like, is they tracking you? Right. No, the government not tracking you. Facebook and Google is.
Exactly.
Did you see the government grilling the tech companies? They don't have the technology to track you.
Right. But Facebook and Google does.
And Apple. Don't let Tim Cook be over there silent. And Jeff.
Yep.
Jeff don't even got to track us. He know what our hopes and dreams are.
This nigga, exactly. He just look at all our, what's the names? So I think, after taking enough epidemiology courses and science courses and knowing about the scientific method, yes, of course they're looking for, the 95% confidence interval. Yeah. But depending on how big the population is,
that's a lot.
That is a big ass confidence interval.
That's a lot.
Shout out to all the niggas with degrees like a thermometer.
Come on, stats.
So like, I don't know what's the confidence interval on this type of thing.
I haven't read any of that because I'm almost nervous.
I haven't read any of that either.
I'm a little nervous to read it. I am. This weekend, I think I'm going to break down and read it.
I don't know. Is it 90%?
And I'm going to the NIH. I'm going directly to the NIH. I'm going to Moderna. I'm going to Pfizer. I'm reading their fucking reports. Because the FDA, did it already go through? Because they also have to release this report.
No, the FDA, that's the thing. That's why it went through in the UK and stuff overseas.
But I thought we were at that point here.
I don't know yet.
I'm not sure. I haven't watched the news in a few days, so it might be.
But the fact that the UK got it first because they have a less strenuous process on drugs than America do because we have FDA.
Yeah.
And you're starting to see some of those side effects. And some of those allergic reactions. Yes.
Day one?
Yes.
Oh my God. They couldn't have had this vaccine in the UK more than 3 days.
Niggas already have allergic reactions.
What do we mean? Like, are we talking about itching or are we talking about like quacking like a duck? Like, what are we talking here? What are we talking here? Don't be like the reactions that begin. Don't do that. If it's just like itching or burning at the site, that is a normal reaction. Like any vaccine or anytime you put a shot in your body, you might have redness, itching. That is normal. Don't let Niram gas you.
Okay.
And Niram's talking about there have already been drastic.
It has.
All right, Donald Trump.
It's getting news and shit. What they say? COVID vaccine allergy warning.
What does that mean? See, stop reading news headlines. If someone just starts sneezing.
Allergy warning for Pfizer BioNTech vaccine after UK health workers with allergy history suffer from reaction.
Like, if we're talking hay fever, that is well worth catching instead of COVID, right? But if we're talking about hives all over your body and skin rim rashes, then we need to go back to the drawing board.
Ooh, they got an anaphylactic. Two staff members who both carry an EpiPen.
Yeah.
Had history of allergic reactions, developed symptoms of anaphylactic reaction.
I would consider
after
that
receiving the vaccine on Thursday.
I would consider that a particular. They outside the confidence intervals. If I had a compromised immune system, like anaphylactic shock, I don't like.
What they allergic to? Peanuts? Who knows?
Anyway, but that's my thoughts. Like, and I know everyone's joking on. I think the Breakfast Club was like, "Is you rather go take the vaccine or eat some booty?" I was like, Jesus, y'all, we can't be playing like this. Like, we need to figure out what we need to do to keep ourselves safe, and what information do we need to like just protect our community and get on board. Because honestly, there are going to be some people who just physically can't take it. And then what are we going to do to ensure their protection? Some of us are going to have to take it. But low key, high key, America is a capitalist system and they will keep moving. I don't know where I read this. I actually need to do a double check and make sure it ain't no rumor just on TMZ. But they're trying to start working on like bills and things to like mandate people get the vaccination, meaning you can't go to certain schools, meaning that you could be fired from your job.
Oh, it's like measles, mumps, rubella, huh?
Yeah, like, so that becomes a whole, now when we talk, now the Trump supporters, now we talking about some civil liberties. That's the difference. Now, wearing a mask and saying where you can and can't work and when you can and can't go to school at, that is a different level of, what's it called? Overseeing, enforcing folks to do those things. But, I'm not an anti-vaxxer. I know some people are anti-vaxxers for, I'm sure, rightful reasons. So We'll see. I haven't read any of the reports because I'm nervous.
Yeah.
And I know I'm
agree.
going to have to get through that.
I haven't read any reports. You know, I can use my scientific assumptions.
I already know what the symptoms are. Like, in my head, I was like, I already know what this shit going to be. But this is not like the traditional vaccine. I don't think there's any live, air quote, COVID. Because I was like, that feels bad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that feels like that won't be solving for this one.
But also the fact that it's in 2 doses. So I would like to take the vaccine when they're in the spot where it's only 1 dose. I'm just telling you my thoughts. Like, I would like to have it when.
Yeah. Why does something have to, like, what's the inoculation period that something's happening that you got to, yeah, that's true.
I would like to
we got a few scientists. Maybe we can invite them over. We
Exactly.
can invite our scientist friends because I'm not a formal trying bitch scientist. I know a little piece of biology and chemistry, but not to the point where I can do vaccines and unpack that. But I do got friends who study shit like this, and maybe we can all read it and they can tell you in their scientific lingo, and then Nyambi can translate.
Amaka, Nia.
Because I'm nervous.
Y'all niggas call in. Read the report to us on the voicemail.
You said read it to the voicemail?
Send in a voice memo.
Because the thing is, you do have to do your own reading and research. And I am just nervous of what I'm going to find.
So that's my wish.
But I can't be blissfully ignorant, though. Like,
I'll take it. But I'll like to take it when...
Nero talking about I'll take it in 10 years. No, Nero. No.
I'll take it when they got it down to 1 dose. Instead of, I got to go back.
Get like a booster.
Exactly. I gotta get booster shots.
I think I need a whole refresher course on immunizations. Do you just stop taking immunization after 35?
I guess so.
Or is there any boosters we need? Look, me detracting. What is it? What's the deflecting? Instead of focus on COVID. I think I want to get my measles booster. That feels safe.
Nigga 40 years old talking about I need an MMR booster.
For our nurses and doctors out there, y'all, is there any other shots we need to get? Like, I know you get like pneumonia and flu. Like, those are the ones reoccurring either every year. I think it's the flu. The flu is every year, but I think the pneumonia is every like 5 or so years and stuff like that. But is there any other immunizations we supposed to get? Are we just done? So after 30, just may the odds be in your favor. Is that where we at?
I guess so.
I actually need to Google that. When's the last time you've got I got the flu shot this year, which Nerum and my whole family rolled their eyes at me. Nerum was like, why are you getting the flu shot?
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. It was in your spirit.
No, I didn't.
Because I asked my whole
family. You can't make
family.
assumptions about what's in my
I got
spirit.
the flu shot when I was in Detroit, and I asked my whole family to go with me. Everybody looked at me like I was a fool.
No.
The whole family looked at me like I said, y'all want to go down here and meet Satan?
No.
And they was like, no, I love the Lord.
That's not what happened.
That is what happened.
You are embellishing.
I am not embellishing.
You are.
Did you or any of my parents get the flu shot?
I did not get the flu shot.
And I said, we could just go here. It's free. Ain't no line. Ain't no wait. It's a black woman giving it.
And I said, okay.
Look, I'm Fauci. The black woman who work at the CVS. She get a shot.
My eye itching.
It don't even...
Got some ant venom in my eye.
Nero, he still got no venom. You did more harm to him than he did to you, honey. You killed him instantly.
No,
Soon see
Nyambi.
what in your eye, he dead. He died, baby.
I hope so.
He died.
I hope he ain't lay no eggs.
Ain't no, oh my God. Those are old wives' tales.
Oh, okay.
That ain't how that work.
But back to this flu shot.
Oh,
No.
I'm sorry.
You said, I'm getting a flu shot. Would you like to get a flu shot as well? And I said, no, thank you. And you was like, why not? And I was like, well, I don't plan on going anywhere and being around anybody but you. So if you had a flu shot and we're in the house together and we're not going
Trump
anywhere,
supporter. Listen to this Trump supporter.
I don't need it.
Talking about herd immunity.
Yeah.
You done learn a new word this summer.
Oh, I've been knew about herd immunity.
I know. Ooh, scary. You know, Niram could offend it.
So that's why I didn't take the flu shot. Now your parents, I don't know why they didn't take it.
Everybody looked at me like I was a fool. When I came back, they was like, is you okay? I was like, it's the flu shot. Yes, I'm okay.
And then we got on that airplane and next thing you know,
My arm did start to get sore. I said, my arm is sore.
oh.
I don't think my arm been so I said, I think that black lady did it too hard. All skin folk ain't chemical.
So that's why I didn't take it. I said, I'm not going to be around nobody at work.
Mm-hmm.
Like you are HR. Like you like the only person I'm around.
And I don't go nowhere.
And like I really don't go nowhere. So I was like, I don't
Niram
see
go
the
more
need
places than me. Where do I go now?
to the grocery store.
Anywhere else?
Sometimes Home Goods.
Yes.
That's it.
But now since they did the lockdown,
Nowhere.
nowhere.
And I was like, well, there's no need for me to get it because I'm just around you.
They played me, y'all.
Ain't nobody playing.
All that to say, I do believe in science. I am a woman of the Lord, but I do too believe. I think those both can exist in the same area: loving the Lord and also believing in science. Stay tuned. I just suggest it's no shame, no heat over here. You got to do what's best for you always. But I would say in the next coming weeks, maybe that's something we can do during Kwanzaa. Maybe we can add some Maka and Nia. Who else we got? Who else scientists we got? We need to go look in the Rolodex, honey. We got we got formal, no shade, no tea. We got formal scientists.
Yeah.
PhDs who can do a better, right? I'm gonna read it for my understanding, right? And look for my key terms. But scientists speak. And there might be some of them code words in there that they be like, nah. What the Dikembe Mutombo? No. That's speak for they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. So it might be beneficial to have someone with a little bit more expertise. Like I said, I can understand at a novice level, but never to as deep as I'm sure they're going to unpack in these research papers or white papers. And how are they releasing it? Like, do they release all? I'll look it up, y'all. Because that's the other thing. Is they just giving me a memo? Or I want the paper. Like, I want your methods. I want the results.
But the other thing about that, about them, what's the name? Some studies.
But if it's approved for American consumption, not under emergency use, you have access to that. Like for any flu, any vaccination that comes out and has been approved, you should be able to go to the FDA website and or that pharmacy's website to get information about it. Now, it might be a little deep to find it, but that has to be accessible. And I would imagine the COVID vaccination, we ain't the only ones who ready to read an article. It ain't, something like I said, measles, ain't nobody checking on measles no more.
Right.
But I imagine we ain't the only ones that's like, we really want to take this, but I need to read through your participants. Was it any black women in your study? Was it any?
What age were they?
What's the age? Was they black? Was they childbearing? Did they have a kid? What's going on?
Did they have kids? Were they pregnant?
Is this longitudinal? Is you going to catch up with them every so often?
Yes. These are questions we want to know.
Yeah. So y'all let us know y'all thoughts. You're taking it, you're not taking it. For you to take it, what needs to be true, what don't need to be true, all the things. Sounds good?
Yeah.
All right, let's get in another piece of pillow talk. Y'all see with Tiffany Haddish, sometimes me and Tiff don't get along. But I don't got to get along with her, nor think she funny to put respect on her name, right? She is trailing these trails, like she is breaking through glass ceilings. This is getting her money. She is showing up. Her skin is clear. She's dating like she's winning. But I think I'm in agreement with Tiff on this one. So Tiff, I think it came out, I'm just like, we good Judy's Tiff. Tiffany, it came out that she turned down hosting the Grammy telecast party. So it looks like Tiffany was asked to host, like I said, the Grammys pre-telecast premiere ceremony. But Tiff, she turned down the offer when the Recording Academy told her that they had no way to pay her.
What?
And she had to pay her own way.
What?
Not only did they ask Tiff to
pay
host,
her own way where?
I'm not done. To everything. To get there, the hotel, hair, makeup, costume, everything. I'm not costume, dress. Not only did they ask Tiffany to host a 3-hour live stream event without compensation, but like she said, she told Variety that they didn't cover hair, makeup, or wardrobe. Everything would have to come out her pocket. Ain't that ridiculous? And I'm reading this from actually a Variety article. And then the Variety reached out to the Recording Academy, and they noted that the ceremony is not a CBS program and is hosted by the Academy, a not-for-profit organization. And all the host, presenters, performers have traditionally performed gratis, including this year. The reps also noticed that the situation would have no impact on future nominations for Tiffany. I think she's right to turn this down. I think Tiffany is paid. I hate to do hierarchy, but I think she should be hosting the Grammys, not the pre-party, and unpaid. And also, I understand nonprofit. I partner closely with nonprofits, and I understand nonprofits nonprofits ain't broke. The Recording Academy ain't broke. It might not be flourishing, but they should have had enough for her to buy some Fenty Beauty and throw a wig on.
Something.
And her team.
Let's not act like these non-profits still got money. They got money.
Nonprofits have money, and a lot of times they just can't pay out like salary, but they do something like what's it called, per diem, or what's it called when you buy the books? What's it called?
Yes, I forgot what it's called.
Where say like, okay, we can't pay you for your appearance, but say
We can
if you
buy, your salary's worth of books. and things of that
yes,
sort.
but if you have books or merchandise or teams, or if you have a nonprofit or a charity you support,
Right.
we can give whatever your salary would be to that. Ain't nobody feel sorry for the Grammys.
No.
Ain't nobody feel sorry for the Grammys, and they did right. Now, honestly, if this experience was somebody else, maybe another comedian who doesn't have as big of a platform as Tiffany, because like it could be an OG comedian that just doesn't have the exposure, or this just feels like something that should be new and upcoming person to do this. But you're gonna ask Tiffany, who been nominated already for 2 of these motherfuckers? Like, are you kidding me? I think she's one of the highest grossing comedic actresses. I ain't say she was good at it, but she's still making that coin, right? Like, hey, ain't no shade. It's a lot of white actresses that ain't good at it. They still making coin. But I felt a little offended for her. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I think it's whack.
That's like they acting like they good Judies with her to be like, girl, just come over to my house and do this Zoom call. But you want her to create material, go through the practice. I'm assuming fly or drive in, pay for her whole glam squad to be there, pay for all the materials, come record it, do all these drops, and just leave?
Right.
For what? Like, that don't help her exposure?
No.
In the middle of a fucking pandemic?
And another thing, like,
Who
I don't know.
thought of that?
There are places where this would be more suitable. Now, if she had a movie coming out, if she had like something that was coming out that's gonna like really like you can directly impact that with this exposure, yes. But last time I checked, she ain't got no special coming out. She ain't got no movie coming out. Like, she chilling at the crib like the rest of us.
Yeah. And the thing is, don't get me wrong, Tiffany ain't show out. She gracefully declined. She was like, thank you for the exposure. This will be great, but I think I have enough exposure.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a little nice nasty on it. Thank you for thinking of me. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Like,
But
they
like-
act like this was a 10-minute appearance.
But like that's the same thing that, regular influencers go through. Like, it's so many companies that have reached out to us as well as me that was like, hey, like, can you promote? Like, this would be great exposure. And it's like, motherfucker, I don't need exposure. Like, exposure can't pay my bills.
You silly.
It don't put food in Mabel's dog
That's
tray.
what be the scamming ones. It's actually some folks. We actually gonna be on some podcasts coming up. I don't know if folks are listening, but I know some folks sent the email. We actually have to respond, but we're
Yeah.
gonna be on some stuff. I'm kind of excited about that.
Yeah.
But yes, they tried her. Who over there leading the Grammys? Who over there? No, actually, I think I know. But
Who they diversity officer? Let me check.
child, like, who up over there? Like, who they ain't run this by? They be like, oh yeah, that's a reach. Like, and the thing is, it's not that they shouldn't have thought of Tiffany, right? Like, she's amazing, but it's like no one thought like, oh, okay, what is in the field? What is her going rate? And are we coming near that? And if we're not coming near that, what is in it for her? They couldn't have been like, oh my God, this would be great exposure for her to come to the Grammys pre-party.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? Who watches that?
Not me.
Who? I didn't even know this existed.
I don't even think I'm watching the Grammys this year.
I haven't watched the Grammy in years with an S. Are you kidding? I haven't watched the Grammy since Beyonce cried and Adele said she didn't deserve the Grammy. What year was that? Adele was like, Beyonce should have won. And I think that was with the title Beyonce. I don't even think that was Lemonade.
Uh-huh.
So that's still when Adele was big. Like, I don't know. It's just Grammy's bad move. Not a good look. More so why we need to go to the Soul Train Awards.
Right.
Soul Train would have never asked Tiffany that. They would at least gave her a glam squad.
And then another thing, since it's not on CBS, then like, what's the point of doing this then?
Where is it going to be at? Is it a podcast?
I don't know, because I think that's the other thing. It's like, this won't be a CBS.
Well, y'all better go get a loaner from CBS.
Like, it's not a CBS program.
It's going to be on Grammys.com and CBS.com.
Ain't nobody watching that
Two of
shit.
which platforms no one's visits.
Oh, you definitely gotta pay her then. It's gonna be on these unknown ass platforms.
Bye, Tiff. Tiffany should be funny and host an Instagram comedy show. Why does this happen? And she literally should just be in a bonnet with Common Lamb in the background. And she should just go do some material on Instagram just because the niggas tried the fuck out of her. Huh?
That shit crazy.
That was stupid. Tiffany, you handled that with class and grace. They went low and you went high, Sister Tiff. You did that shit, sis.
Mm-hmm.
And now everybody got their mouth open. At first, I thought I read it wrong. I was like, oh, it might be fun for her to host the Grammys, right? Like, I know she's hosted for Grammys for her like comedy, but like, yeah, I could see that might be kind of high, right? Like, she can get all these creative freedoms and like maybe even introduce some of her new artists. And I was like, oh, the pre-show?
The pre-show?
Get the fuck.
That's not even on CBS?
Get the fuck. No, go back and restate the question. We want you to host the Grammys, sis. Mm-hmm. And that way y'all can at least pay for a bra.
Something.
Okay, last thing before we get up out of here. Y'all seen that Jada stay saving rich folks? I ain't even gonna say white people, just rich folks.
Who she had?
Well, you know, I actually haven't seen it all. I've only just seen pieces, so I don't even want to go too deep on this. But on the Red Table Talk, she had Olivia Jade. Y'all know it's a white woman. Y'all know that white woman or that was involved in that scared Auntie Becky. Mm-hmm. And then Auntie Becky's husband, Massimo, Target legging man, who, you know, it was the college admission scandal with, they lied and paid some money and they got their daughter in. Mm-hmm. And I think Auntie Becky up in serving time now, she doing the Orange is New Black. They said she gonna be out by Christmas. And then Massimo, Target legging God, he going in, I think, right after Christmas or like right after the New Year to do his time. Then he gonna come out. I think each of them got under 6 months though. Mm-hmm. And then what Jade went on there, I guess is to like, I guess Jada was just going to, you know, give her immunity. I don't know what happens when you save her. I don't.
Cape for her.
I mean, cute. And it was interesting. You know, honestly, I still haven't brought myself to watch it, but you know who I stand for?
Cool.
Gammy.
Gammy
is Jada mama. And I knew Gammy went for the shit as soon as they walked out. Because it's the clip I seen. And it's like, Gammy, what you think? Gammy was just like, I ain't here to be saving white women. Like, white women, whenever, you know, Gammy said it more elegantly, but I'm going to give you Nyambi translation. Gammy was like, whenever white women do something wrong or feel as if they've been wronged and they're trying to do right, which is right. I do believe Olivia has the right to redeem herself and to apologize and live a whole ass life and move on for this. Like, I don't want y'all to confuse that for that. Like, I don't think that girl did something so wrong that she just can't be forgiven, moved on, she fucked up, right? Like, I want to make that very clear. There's a lot more egregious things white people are doing. But Gammy was like, why they always got to come to black people platforms and black women got to save them? But it's never really been in the reverse. Yeah. Like, say if black women fuck up or we misstep, we mistalk. Say if Kizzy came out with the wrong vaccination, we gonna tear her up.
Right. So now then she got to go on the Breakfast Club.
As Breakfast Club say, we the only platform that take. Right. Like, it was just like, Gamby was like, Gamby was like, I just don't want to share my platform with you. Like, go to The View, go somewhere else, go to Good Morning America, go do that story. But like, I don't want to exonerate you as a black woman. Like, I don't even have the energy to invest because the longitudinal history shows me that this won't be reciprocated to my people. And Gamby just seemed a little bit over that. And I think that's honestly what bothered me. It wasn't even the fact that she came on here, because I believe in redemption and I believe in people fucking up, and, you know, what they did was wrong. Was it so wrong that I'm marching in the streets for them? No. Right? But I don't know. It's just so much to even unpack with that scandal. What also was a little strange for me too is how much Olivia in that interview focused on like her parents. She's like, yeah, my family made a big mistake and And I'm like, sis, you in your 20s and you took pictures in a rowboat, signed the offer letter that say you was taking a row scholarship, and no, you ain't even been in the water before. Sis. Come on. And don't get me wrong, the parents take the brute, right? Because the parents done paid and they done probably told her what she gonna have to do, right? Like, but sis, listen, I've been looking at my parents did. I'd be like, I don't really play rodo. What this mean?
Yeah,
like,
she complicit too.
Right, and I think she missed the ball a little bit on that, on taking some ownership, even if she was like, because I do believe this too. I do believe it's a norm in that crew. Like, I do believe this Olivia Jade exists in this bubble, that low-key, high-key, Will and Jada and their family and their kids exist in this bubble. Now we're talking about class issues.
We're talking about affluenza.
Yes, this is that. That's what's playing into that, because that ain't nothing new, right? And I think what hurts the black folks so much is that we try to do not even a fraction of something like this. I'm talking about your sister live in a better district that you are, so you don't lose your sister's address to send your kids there. Right. People do that and go to jail for years.
25 to life.
With a S. and they done paid 6+ figures, lied on applications, don't take tests, and just go to jail for 4 to 6 months, right? Like that is the weight.
The discrepancy of it.
Ridiculous in communities where I don't think folks will feel as right if the person who also did the address, they be like, okay, we can get 2 weeks, right? You know, it's just not the same. So I think all that's playing into it. And I know that's like black and brown, but I do think that has to do with money and how good of a lawyer you can hire, and how you can flip words, and like all those things come into it. But I was just like, Jada, stop saving rich people. And then I zoomed out of this Olivia Jade, and low-key, she got like a YouTube. Olivia Jade gonna be fine.
Yeah.
And Massimo Target Legging Man, and Auntie Becky, like they're going to be fine. In 4 or 5 years, we're gonna forget about all this shit.
I done already forgot about it.
Who you telling? I'm trying to figure out if I need to take this COVID. I don't give a fuck about this Rowan scholarship. I don't give a fuck. I like to stay out of white business. They don't give a fuck about that white collar crime shit. Like, get the fuck out of here. We got bigger fish to fry.
All right, I forgot about it. Every time they bring it up, like, oh yeah.
They still sending their ass to jail.
They still sending Becky ass to jail.
My girl. And then here come Olivia. And honestly, Olivia just could have been laid low for a year.
Right. Massimo, I could never fit it anyway.
They're good and golden.
Right.
But what this made me zoom out a little bit more is when I was looking at Red Table Talk, I was like, it's a lot of rich people coming on here to be redeemed. We got T.I., we got Snoop Dogg. Like, it's just like, I like the Red Table Talk, Jada. Continue it. But just, let's tread lightly. Let's talk to some of your producers. Let's zoom out as we're thinking about 2021. And maybe address, or call that out. Maybe we need to bring Jada to the table. Again? Yes. Why you keep bringing your rich friends on here and talking about rich people problems?
That none of us really care about.
Did y'all really care about Olivia? No.
I didn't.
Is y'all out here, what's it called? Harassing Olivia? She looks so normal. I don't even think I would knew her on the street.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
she can rebuild herself. I was cracking up. I think it was Funky Dineva who said, when they said Olivia Jade, I thought it was a new clothing brand came out. They said, is that a new clothing brand? I got the new Olivia Jade on. Don't it sound like it?
It does.
So, Olivia, girl, it's okay. I don't think you got to worry about the world forgiveness. You just got to forgive yourself,
right,
and do better. Because she's like, I just want the chance to do right. I'm like, bitch, just do right.
Just do right.
There's gonna be people out there who gonna hate you regardless. You do right, you do wrong. So you're gonna have to just move on. What's your thoughts on that, Nero?
Fuck Olivia Jade.
What?
Like, we don't give a fuck about her.
Oh.
Like, not fuck her, like, but fuck her. But, like, I don't give a fuck about her.
Well, girl, we trying to figure out we taking this vaccination.
Exactly. I'm trying to figure out what the confidence interval is.
And here come Olivia.
Jade ass.
Lying about knowing how to swim.
Right. Meanwhile, Jade ass should have had Kizzy on there.
What? Come on.
If you really want to do something.
And we talking about these vaccinations. Is it safe to take it? That's the Red Table Talk. We need to bring the brown community to the table to talk about if we do taking these vaccinations or not. And I need you to bring some scientists, not only Kizzy and them, but some scientists who ain't got no connection to Kizzy and them. Because also I know we be weary of black people who are employed by white people. We got so many. What's it called? Like, what's it called? You know, the points you gotta like, and this gotta happen, and this gotta happen for me to be okay.
Points of contention. Shit. There's so many of them in the black community. God damn.
Because that's the other thing. When she worked for him, I can't trust her. Well, God damn, she can't go rogue and create her own lab.
Look, we need an external reviewer.
We need an external reviewer to come on in. That's the conversation we want to have, Jada. Not Olivia Jade. No. Shit, I'm Grammy. Get the fuck out of here, Olivia.
So, like, that's what I really got for it. Like, it happened. The thing is, like, it was just brought to light, but it happens.
They ain't the only one. They ain't gonna be the first, and they ain't the last.
Right.
It's still going now. Please, who you telling? They just got caught for whatever reason.
So
that's it.
Anyways, I think that was a good episode.
All right, we'll close it out now.
To submit your Black Love story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email, blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's Black with no K. And to leave a comment about anything we talked about, head on over to that website. We got that SoundCloud. We got that voicemail at 508-784-1111. Once again, that's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. Remember,
love is ever evolving. Peace.